didn't actually catch the question.
What was your Scholastic Book Fair purchase?
You're coolest.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cole's gonna be late, but we'll go ahead and get going, and we'll be able to fill him in once he gets here. God, I listened back to last week's recording today, and hearing how many times that I said or like drove me nuts. And now I'm like hearing every one of them today.
You love a good filler.
I can't listen to the recordings because the whole time I'm just like, oh, is that how I talk? Oh God.
Error.
I just like they don't feel. I don't realize I'm doing it whenever I'm talking, and so whenever I listen back, I'm like, "Whoa, is that? You're really saying all that?" It's just like every sentence has like 3 or 4 of them. See, I just did it again. Okay, well, welcome back to Theros, everybody. Thank you, Adam, for letting us swap around. And
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I have been looking forward to getting back into stuff since last week's. Now I'm getting distracted by my ums.
Just breathe. None of us hear them.
Yeah.
I don't hear them.
I
hear
get
them.
you. I understand. But yeah, so would anyone like to give us a recap of what happened last week?
Crickets.
Well, I'm waiting to give someone else a chance. Okay. Oh fuck. We killed a chimera, which counted as the banishment of a creature not of its realm from where it was found, which was a piety point for Cole, I think, right?
Hallian.
Oh, for Hallian. Okay. We also finished exploring this temple, which included finding some the robes of the first kings of Miletus. We found more altars and such, like just trashed old building, and then we found the chamber where the chamber prior to the hidden chamber where the mantle was hidden, and we were attacked by the guardians, and we learned that Beast has lockpicking skills, and as does Callie, but perhaps not as refined, I suppose is a good word.
I don't know where this information came from.
We also actually that was kind of like really significant stuff. We have determined that we need to leave. Well, most of us have determined that it's very important that we leave the city and not return this mask, like not risk getting caught by Melandra or the city in general, and have left and are hiding out in a grove. And Hallian, no, sorry, Aklon, and Callie have returned to Callie's forge to kind of get the place in order before leaving for an undeterminable amount of time. I think that's the really important stuff.
Yeah, I think that wraps everything up. So we are going to start out with our dynamic duo still in the city. You are able to make it back to the forge easily enough. When you get there, there is no one present. No one's like waiting on you or anything. It is getting fairly late in the evening. You said you had a plan for what you wanted to do. Is it either of your intention to sleep tonight?
Oh, no, I don't plan on sleeping.
Yeah, then I don't plan on sleeping.
Okie doke. We will get to the results of that in a bit. I will remind Ollie that, or Oni, that you did not sleep last night either. So
Okay. Yeah, we're playing exhausted already.
So yeah, your plan for why one of the reasons you wanted to go back to the forge, you mentioned a bit about it to me out of game, but if you want to begin describing what your intentions are.
I think Kali, it's basically just experimenting right now. They're gonna go in as soon as they get in the door. They're gonna go down to start crushing up the chimera teeth if they can.
Yeah, they crush like normal teeth.
Okay, you crush it up. Then they're gonna try to start the fire in the forge with using the dust of the chimera teeth in there.
You're able to light your forge like you normally would, and there are crushed up teeth in the forge now. Whether or not that's causing any effect is hard to tell.
Okay. Oh my god, it's so fucking hot. I'm basically in my forge right now. Okay, we'll get to my my sword casting, because this is just like a regular sword, so I don't have to make a custom mold for it. And I'm gonna fill it with the holy water, because why not? Let's see what happens. Got a possessed sword, and I'm gonna try to heat up my cursed sword with the chimera teeth fire and see what happens. Does it actually get hotter?
I mean, the sword does get very hot. As hot as you would expect it to. It doesn't really seem like the chimera teeth are doing much of anything extra here. But the sword is, turning a glow. It is glowing with the heat of the forge.
Okay, I'm gonna let it sit in there for a little while, probably like 20 minutes, and I'm gonna take it out as soon as it gets to like a hot white, and then I'm trying to heat. I'm gonna try to heat treat it in the holy water and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, shortly after it reaches the temperature you think is good, you pull it out and plunge it into the tank with the holy water in it. And you see a glow unlike what you would have expected to see from a normal sword. And you hear in your mind just a screaming, a yelling that you recognize to be the same voice that spoke to you out of the sword. And after a minute, the light dies down and the boiling of the water slows, and you are able to pull the sword out, and it seems like whatever sentience possessed it before is free of it.
Fuck.
What is it you are doing?
Oh, I was trying to make magic here. I ended up taking the magic out of it.
You swing the sword around a bit, and you think it still is acting like a +1 sword. It just is not a +1 sword of vengeance anymore.
Damn. I still wanted to keep that connection. Well, okay, hurry. I gotta hurry up, get this shit out the way. Okay.
You plunged a ghost into a holy water.
Hey, I don't know what the fuck it happened. That's why we that shit out. And I'm going to I'm just gonna leave 25 gold in my shop just in case my guild comes looking for me for rent, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab some more chainmail. we gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Okay, so all in all, I'll say you probably spent, because it takes a lot of time to get the forge up and hot, and then with the time that you left the sword in, you've probably been here like 2.5 hours at this point. What would Aklon have been doing during this time?
Keep and watch.
Okay. So yeah, it's probably about like midnight or so now. And y'all are planning on just getting out of here now?
I mean, does Aklon have anything he needs in the city?
Nope. I was just here to make sure that Callie wasn't alone in case anybody showed up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. As y'all are leaving the forge, go ahead and Aklon, if you'll give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. The what's the word that I'm looking for? The agora is pretty empty at this hour. You know that like y'all are the suspicious ones now.
Right.
Moving through the city this late. But you see nothing out of the ordinary, and no one's gonna stop you from leaving town. And y'all can hit the road and make your way towards the meetup spot. Yes.
While we've been here before we rest, I would have been casting like a lot of druidcraft to like encourage the growth and density of this area. It's not gonna like have any like mechanical repercussions as far as like obscuring us, but like I am trying to deepen the woodiness of this wood, pretty much until I go to sleep.
Gotcha. So this spot that y'all have found, whenever it's right near the area where that first combat happened, which was about an hour from town riding. Though y'all were riding at a very slow pace, so like this is going to be about an hour or so walk. So y'all get there and have about an hour before Aklon and Callie even leave. So then they've got another hour until they get there. So y'all would arrive at the clearing at like 1:30 in the morning, approximately. Middle of the night. But sure enough, you make your way there, and you don't. Are y'all traveling like on the road, or are y'all trying to like move a little off of it, or what's your plan?
I have my here it is, my background feature for being an Outlander.
Yeah. We
Oh.
also have
I think
Pass
I
Without
have-
Trace on us as well from Beast.
I
For-
think I have the same feature.
I love the
Gotcha.
Outlander background.
And Pass Without Trace lasts, was it an hour or 10 minutes?
Yeah, 1 hour.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, your group, you get there, you're sure you weren't followed or anything. Aklon and Callie, do y'all take any measures to be secretive, or are y'all just posing as travelers?
Yeah, unless Callie has a different take on it. I'm just posing as a traveler and trying to get out of town as quickly as possible. So
Yeah.
I imagine that means just traveling whatever main roads will get me the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
very hard to hide as a fireman.
Gotcha. Y'all get out of town easily enough, unobtrued. Obtrued? That's not the word. I don't know. Whatever. uh, about 30 minutes or 45 minutes or so, Aklon, your passive perception is very high,
Mhm.
and you've just got I take it your passive insight's probably pretty high too, at least like a 15.
Yeah.
You've got your passive insight's an 18 also. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've clocked that there are a couple of other people
Mhm.
that are on horseback that are a good ways away from you, far enough that you can't really see anything but a silhouette.
Mhm.
But either they're moving very leisurely or possibly they are following. Either way, you've got a bad feeling about them.
Mhm.
But there's been no there's nothing to react to. You've just got a suspicion about this group of riders behind you. I'd say probably like 120 feet
Okay.
back.
I will quietly share that concern with Callie and suggest that we head in a different direction. So just not towards the, like still out of town, but not towards the meeting point.
Yeah.
And that is good. We will make sure to take lots of twist and turn to try and determine whether they follow.
Yeah. I think we should just take a cut off right up here.
Excellent.
Yeah, so there aren't very many other like branching roads
Mhm.
anywhere. Like there might be some farther along, but
Mhm.
in more immediate ways, there are like cutoffs into the woods that you could take,
Mhm.
and then try to navigate your way, through wilderness.
Mhm.
Sounds like that's what y'all are doing, or
Yeah, although on this road that we're on, what's the exit to the city look like? Is there like a walled barrier with a gate, or is it just sort of a big open space?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the beginning of that.
I'm curious what the exit to the city looks like. If the road just sort of enters and it's just a big open space, or is there a wall around the city and there's a gate there?
Yes, there's walls and gates.
Callie, when we pass through gate, should we make hard left and try and hide against the wall somewhere?
We could try to hide. I just don't feel like that's the best spot to hide.
You want to go further and try and hide in woods?
Yeah, I think woods would be better for the both of us.
All right, very well. So yeah, that's the plan.
All right. Why don't both of y'all make stealth checks?
Can I try to do something a little funky?
Maybe.
So, I want to try to do this like as soon as I get behind the tree. I want to do that thing where it looks like they walk behind it, and when you expect them to come out the other side, you don't see them. But I want the reason to be like that. I use my Echo Knight, my Echo Warrior, to basically teleport to a tree branch so I can hide on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're able to summon the echo and then teleport to the echo space and then dismiss the echo. So
Okay.
I think you'll still need to make a stealth check. But yeah, I was gonna say this would give you advantage on it. And then you're not wearing like heavy armor or anything like that.
No, it's the same
Okay.
armor I was wearing before.
Yeah. Okay. Um, as y'all cut off, you do see. Are y'all headed very deep, or are y'all trying to find like a hiding spot nearby, or are you trying
Well,
to just get lost?
I mean, I think Aklon's trying to find a hiding spot relatively nearby because he wants to see what their reaction is upon losing sight of Callie and myself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to make some perception checks. Let's see. Okay. You see this group move into the woods. The woods are not dense enough that their horses are not able to walk through them.
Mm.
But you definitely see them turn in about the same place that you did. Obvious enough that like they were certainly trying to follow you.
Mm.
They do not spot you, and you hear one figure, a woman's voice that whispers kind of under her breath, "Spread out, find them. We must locate them quietly." And the other three in the party, um, it looks like another two like smaller humanoid shapes, and then one that's a little bit bigger but not much. Each like dismount their horse and like spread out into the woods, and you kind of lose sight of them, but they are spread out around you. The woman kind of stays um, on her own with the horses in this center area in a spot where both of you can see her well enough. She is like cloaked.
Mm. Damn, I have no way to communicate with that club right now.
I am going to wrap myself in my cloak of the stars, and I'm going to come out of my hiding spot and approach this woman.
Okay. Callie, I'll say you have a vantage that you can see this happening. But if you are not moving yet, that is perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not moving yet.
Aklon, as you come out, a moment passes and the woman takes notice of your silhouette. I thought it would be harder to find you, but you've delivered yourself to me. I'm very grateful.
Can that help you?
Yes, yes. Your friends, the mask, where are they? And she like lowers her hood, and you recognize it as Melandra.
They are looking for the mask, as we agreed.
Okay. Let's get a deception check.
Mhm.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. I have been keeping a close eye on your progress, and um, the two of you went back to the forge. The rest made for the edge of town. I can only assume you're headed to meet them. Were you unsuccessful? I find that unlikely.
Find it however you want. When I left them, they were looking for the mask.
You hear her let out a shrill whistle. Very well. Well, here, why don't you hang out for a bit? My friends will be back in a moment, and we can all get to the bottom of this.
No reason to do this in the woods, and I'll start walking out towards the road.
She bars your path.
Okay. I want to. Can I sort of like sneak up behind her?
Yeah, I think we'll need to get another stealth check for that.
Okay.
Also, you're up in a tree, so
Yeah. I know we're getting really a little funky, a little crazy. Oh, chain? What the fuck? I guess. Chainmail heavy on me?
Yeah.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
it's either heavy or medium, but it definitely gives disadvantage on stealth.
Ah, shit.
I think she had her armor doffed though. She hasn't been wearing armor since like we were in the dungeon. She
Yeah,
took her
you got
armor
like
off.
acid on it or something and took it off.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have collected another set of armor while you were at your forge.
Yeah, that's basically that's what I did while I was like waiting for the sword to heat up.
Yeah. So yeah, the choice now is you have armor and you have this disadvantage, or you don't have armor and you don't have disadvantage. But you will not be able to get armor anytime soon. So it's up to you.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep the armor on. That's what I did at the
Yeah, I
forge. I'm gonna keep it.
Gotcha. Okay. You are not able to sneak up on her in a way that lets you get the drop. As you begin to near her, she does. Oh, you've decided to join us as well. Fantastic. And very soon after that, you see the other three figures moving back into the huddle. All right. Well, now I don't intend this to get violent. So this is just a conversation. I'll ask you both again. Where is the mask and the rest of your party? And I need both of you to please make wisdom saving throws.
No.
Yeah, sir.
Why? Why?
6.
Go. Okay. You feel, each of you, a presence in your mind, listening to your thoughts. And as she asks the question, you can feel those presences probe deep into your mind.
Great. I want to punch her.
All right. We will go for that. I will say at this point, whoever it is that's in your minds, they know where the camp is.
Mhm.
They know where the party is. We'll go ahead and roll a quick initiative. I don't have a map set up for this. I had no idea where this was going to happen, but we will just kind of play it.
Yeah, no
theater
worries.
of the mind. Go ahead, and I'll just. I guess you'll need tokens to roll initiative. Just roll initiative. I'll write it down.
Sturdy. Playing the big map with fucking Godzilla and King Kong.
Reminded of the all-purpose Icewind Ice Plains map.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about how every module has like a general map.
Yeah. This one does not give me one of those. I could just find one, but maybe another time.
A picture of a boxing ring.
Okay, so we've got up first. We'll go ahead and Aklon, you can get your punch off.
Okay.
And then we'll go to the top of the initiative. Okay, that'll certainly hit.
I'd like to spend a key point for stunning strike.
Okay, go for that's a Constitution save. Okay, that's gonna be a save
Okay.
with a 26.
Yeah, that's certainly a save.
Yeah. I don't know which DC
Uh-oh,
it is,
gang.
but I think it's 16, maybe.
Mhm.
Oh, well, hell.
Yeah. So she takes that punch. It doesn't seem to phase her that much. She kind of chuckles a bit. Callie, you're up first. You've got everyone's within range enough that like with your movement you can get to anyone. So we're not going to worry too much about like how much movement it takes to get where or anything. Everyone's pretty close quarters. So you've got two up close. You can see like two like humanoid figures in robes. One figure that looks bigger. You see larger ears, maybe a Leonin. And then you've got the woman there in front of you.
Woman right in front of me. Okay, you know what? I am going to attempt to grapple her.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my god, it's been so long. Is it athletics, say?
Yes. You do athletics, they can do athletics or acrobatics.
22.
Okay. You've got her grappled.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action summon my Echo Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I will say, like, you've got extra attack, so
Oh,
you can make a second attack or another like grapple or like a shove. But if you do your bonus action first, that will end your action and you won't be able to take that second attack.
okay. I'm gonna grapple her. And I'm just gonna like, I'm not sure if you ever got put in like a reverse chokehold where you got them and you're like the crook of your arm, but I'm just gonna like try to ring them a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I think that anyone correct me if I'm wrong, but like you have to have a feature to try to restrain someone that you have grappled,
I'm not
or can you
not
just make another
restraining
grapple
them.
check?
This is like I'm trying to like hurt their neck basically specifically.
Okay, so just like make an unarmed. You're trying to do damage, so make an
Yeah.
unarmed attack.
Was would this be considered a one-handed or two-handed?
That won't
You
matter.
have to be one-handed for grappling.
I don't understand. Well, 25.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Am I forgetting about a feature or something that's giving you a D6 for your attack?
I have the unarmed fighting style.
Oh, okay, cool. Then yeah, you deal 8 damage to her, and then you can take a bonus action if you would like.
I'm gonna bonus action summon my Echo Knight.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon like right in, I guess right to the side of her because the clown is in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Yeah, you can.
Hey now. All right. if y'all want y'all lady friend here to not die, just put your weapons down, okay?
One of the robed humans, guy, I would be more concerned about yourself, honestly.
Oh shit. That's all I got. I'm afraid now. You got me.
Okay. Yeah, so she's taken a bit of damage, but she seems undeterred by it. Like, it is her turn next. She is going to start out by trying to break the grapple. So if you can make another athletics check. Okay. She does manage to throw herself free. That takes her action, so she doesn't have like an attack or anything. But it doesn't seem like she's really like, she hasn't pulled her battle axe off of her back. She's not really trying to start anything just yet. I'll give you another chance.
You told us she was cloaked, not that she had a battle axe.
She just pulled it like some Looney Tunes shit out the cloak.
Yeah, I guess I did let that
The cloak
one
of holding.
slide. It's not like a great axe. It's not like strapped to her back. It is just a large axe at her belt that was under the cloak. But she hasn't pulled it out yet.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Sealed weapons permit, this fucking bitch.
Oh my God.
Proud NRA member. What's he up to?
So yeah, she breaks the grapple, and that is it for her turn. So it is a Klon's turn now. She is still standing there in 5 feet, within 5 feet of both of you. All the other guys are like, 10 feet this way, that way, or the other way.
All right.
More like 15 feet.
And if I remember correctly, you're saying that I already know, right, that she has read my mind and knows where the meeting place is.
You don't know that she knows, but
Okay.
you know that someone in this group knows.
Oh,
You don't know who it
right.
is.
I don't know
that-
who it is. I got you.
Yeah.
But I know that someone has read my mind and knows where the meeting place is.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to take 3 more swings at her then.
Okie doke.
I'm going to take the first 2 with my quarterstaff.
Woo!
Beat her.
Does that first one hit?
The first one does not.
Okay.
It thuds against plate armor under her.
Okay. Lots of
her
tricks. And as I'm swinging, I'll just gotta go warn the others. And I will try another stunning strike that saves 16.
It's a 17.
Awesome. And that's my bonus action attack, which does not hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it.
Okay. After that, it is the Leonin's turn.
Mhm.
The Leonin takes a sword from his belt and is going to move forward towards you, Aklon. And he's not going to try to slice you with the sword. He's going to try to just punch you with the sword in his hand.
Okay. And he's got disadvantage on that because of the cloak.
He does miss. He misses pretty badly, and part of you with your high insight wonders if he's missing on purpose. But no, that'd be ridiculous. He swings again, and a third time. The third time he does connect. Is it disadvantage on every attack, or just like?
I don't know. That's a real good question. Let's see.
Because this is. Yeah, for 1 minute. So yeah. And your AC is
19.
okay. So
God
all of them,
damn.
all of them miss. You do hear, like, as this guy's throwing punches at you with this sword in his hand, you do hear a voice in your mind that you can assume is this guy, that just says, "It's not worth dying here. I have a plan. Just roll with it." And he misses all of his attacks. And that is the end of his turn. Okay. I need for Callie to please make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I got this. Wow. 6
So you see
medals.
one of these humans pulls a wand from his cloak and casts a spell on you. And your eyes just kind of glaze over, and you are under the effects of the Dominate Person spell.
Okay.
And then the other one tries the same maneuver against you, Aklon. If you can make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Let me check their DC. Oh, did I not put their DC in this thing
Don't
that
worry.
I made?
It's 13. It doesn't matter.
These are tough guys.
Yikes.
DC is 16. So you are also under the effects of a Dominate Person spell. So this only lasts for a minute, but that is long enough for y'all to be completely docile as they disarm you and bind you. Tie you up and stuff. And so if any of you have any clever plans for escaping from that point, we can go from there. But I think with that we will call an end to the initiative and mark you two down as prisoners.
So, what's the binds made out of?
You are manacled.
Fuck. Never mind.
As for the centaur, you are still
we can hand wave it.
Yeah. I'm just picturing you like.
All the feet are manacled too.
All 2 sets of ankles tied together and then slung over the back of a horse.
A goofy ball and chain to one foot.
Who knows?
I was thinking
But,
hog-tied with manacles.
They do make things for horses that tie their front 2 legs together and then separately tie their back 2 legs together. So
yeah, one of those.
It would be an awkward run to try to.
They knew that half of this party were centaurs. They came prepared. And yeah, with that, we will jump over to the camp team. You have made it to this clearing. You've done your magic to kind of thicken the thickets, and there is the remnants of a campfire, some logs around it. Do y'all intend to go to sleep or stay up and wait for your friends? I think the message that Aklon gave was, if we're not there in, what was it, like 2 days? Or was it 1 day?
Thought it was
Yeah, I don't
half
recall.
day.
It was definitely not like 2 days.
Mhm. I think it was probably like a 24-hour or 12-hour thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, do y'all want to try to go to sleep and hope he's there in the morning, or y'all staying up for him?
I'd probably suggest a watch cycle.
Yeah, we need to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my feet. Oh, yeah, no, I'm out of ranges. I definitely need a day rest.
Okay.
I have an incredibly high passive.
Mhm.
As long as we've got fire going, I'm happy to take a watch. Actually, because we need to take a long rest and it's so late at night, our long rest would theoretically go into the morning, right?
Yeah, because y'all get there at like, well, y'all get to the clearing at like 11:30 ish. So like an 8-hour rest would still be waking up after the sunrise, but still in the morning.
Okay. My thought being it might be better to put me on the back half of a watch and then have a dark vision somebody take first watch.
Mm-hmm. Your only dark
I
vision.
believe literally none of us have dark vision.
It's me.
except-
Akira,
Yeah.
thank you.
I was getting to
Yeah.
accept.
Yeah.
We discovered this last time because
Akira and
You're
Callie are
right,
the only
man.
ones with dark vision.
Hell yeah.
I can see. Just I'm not with y'all.
Yeah.
So that might be our best bet to have, and then like we just have someone mid watch who we can. I mean, I can even take mid watch and then just rely on my high passive for sound and smell rather than sight.
Mm-hmm. And you could get a little animal companion to help, maybe. Anyways,
wait, we leveled last session, so
y'all did
I have
level.
my rest.
So yeah,
I'll
have
stay up
your
the whole time.
y'all have your stuff. I will say, like, I was asking just to kind of see where y'all were. As I'm sure the players understand, y'all probably won't be getting through the long rest before you're interrupted.
Tyler, what?
Shocker,
That's
spoilers.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
See, y'all
way,
weren't paying any
what?
attention to what was just happening, right?
Huh.
I think I am gonna take mid though, just because I have that high, and
Mhm.
Thea would make, despite the fact that they very badly want to sleep and want everyone to get to rest. The fact of the matter is that we like know that there are people who have a very important thing that we have. There's not a chance in the world that we should, one, rest without a watch, and two, let anyone not rest. So even if Hallian like offers to spend like the
Mhm.
whole night up, Hallian should not do that.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Well, about during the time of what would be like the second watch of 4, you do have those of you who are up, whether it is just Hallian or Hallian and Theo, you see movement in the bushes, and you have enough time to wake up anyone who's sleeping and prepare yourselves. And sure enough, you see a group, 4 horses moving into the clearing. At the front of it, a figure in robes, armor underneath, cloak up. The other 3 that I described. And on the back of 2 of the horses, the ones with the like mage types, you do see Callie and Aklon. bound. As they come into the clearing, the woman at the front she puts her hood down. You recognize her as Melandra. Wonderful, you're all awake. I believe you have something that belongs to me.
Hey, Tyler,
Something that was promised to me. Yes.
am I gagged?
No.
Okay, I'm going to scream out that this Leonin claims he's on our side.
He's gonna snitch on
Oh
us.
my god!
Just out him. That is the most insane shit. So don't kill him.
Okay. Let's see.
Adam.
Tyler having to recenter himself right now. Poor
Now
thing.
I gotta think of something.
Yeah.
Adam, I love you.
You're welcome, everyone. Here's a little
Tyler,
chaos
take your
gift.
time.
The woman at the front just doesn't react too outward. She seems to take things pretty level. She's very cool-headed.
Yeah, that's when he hates you.
I always assumed it was a bit of a risk to let him come along. But he's cute, so I let it slide. We'll get to that in a moment.
That's sexual harassment. I want to talk to HR.
Okay.
Oh, he's funny. Well, look, I hate to be impolite, but let's cut to the chase. Let's get down to business. I want the mask. You have the mask. I could kill you. Please give me the mask.
Which one of us actually has the mask?
That's me.
Oh no.
Okay.
As
Echelon,
there's
what does
this
HR
silence,
stand for?
Human resources.
Horse resource.
Yeah, horse resources. Awesome.
as this silence after she says that is existing, the Leonin's horse just starts slowly walking away from Melandra, kind of to not to you guys, but to his
away.
own tertiary side.
He's walking sideways.
Oh my god.
Oh
Yup.
my god.
Your plans suck, bro.
She called you cute though. Hey, that gotta be something.
Oh my god.
Those of you who are not Akhlon or Callie do hear this voice in your head. Okay, that's not how I was intending to tell you guys. But no. Okay, look, we cannot. We do not have the power to stop her from taking this mask. But if we can survive, I have a plan. I need you to survive to come with me. The play here is to give it up.
If you give me the mask, Theo, I can outrun the horse.
Oh my god, I can't be outrun the horse.
Can I telepathy to him and ask, and how do we know we can trust you?
Ooh.
I guess that might be a bit of a risk that you'll have to take. I don't have a way to prove myself right now in this instance. My name is Braxos. I am of the Sharp Claws.
Can I insight check a telepathy?
With the brain
No,
waves
I don't
feeling
think
like-
you can.
That's fair. That's totally. I'll just stare at him.
I
With
can
my-
explain everything whenever we're not at quote unquote axe point or wand point. Those guys are not nice.
She has an axe.
Theo, you should give it to her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I need to think. Can I look at these people and gain any insight as to the threat that they actually pose?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Looking at the two like mage characters, you don't think that they are much for a fight, but you know that it's hard that looking at someone can't tell you how strong their magic is. As for Melandra, during your first contact with her, like it was recognized that she was probably like ex-military or something. She has like scars on her face. You can see the outline of this plate armor beneath her robe. Because of the way she's riding on the horse, you can see the axe, and it looks like a nice axe. You think that she is well above y'all's bracket. The two mages you could probably take if their spells don't succeed like they'd like them to, but her, it would be a tough fight, even 7-on-1.
Okay. This is a real stretch, and feel free to veto me. I take it that between their arrival and the telepathic messages that this like they how much time has elapsed?
A few minutes.
Okay. This is a hell of a stretch. But I can't see an instance where this would not be the case given the space and what is happening, like on the approach of these creatures, and especially with like someone who's immediately coming and demanding the mask. Would it have been possible for me to have been casting augury for insight at this, like at their approach? It takes a minute to cast.
I would say like if you were casting it like when you first noticed them approaching, then yes. But like if you began casting, well, does your feature let you cast it, or do you have to cast it as a ritual?
I'm allowed to cast it. Oh wait, no, it says ritual. Yeah, okay, thank you for catching that.
I remember hearing that whenever we listened back earlier today.
Okay.
So yeah, like you can cast it naturally, but that would require you having the components. But to do it without the components, you have to.
I can't even cast it naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Cole.
Hey, Cole.
We're in a ransom situation, actually.
Oh no! Oh, can
Yeah.
someone just quick recap?
Yeah, I can do that. So you and the rest of the group that left town,
Callie and I
made it to a
totally have
clearing.
this situation under complete control.
Yeah, like
Continue.
we almost had him. We was beating the living shit out of him, and then too bad shit.
Callie and Aklon they went back to the forge where Melandra knew to find them, and followed them out of town, confronted them. A little scuffle happened. Their minds were read to find this location, and then they were captured and now they are tied up, and this group, this Leonin, has been outed as not actually being on the side of Melandra, and he's kind of moved off to the side. He has been speaking to you, saying like, "Hey, you can't win this fight. I'm telling you, give her the mask. We will talk later, and I have a plan, but don't die here." Is his message.
Dang, dude.
And then you've got Melandra, and then 2 like mage characters ahead of you that
What a bummer.
that have a Klon and Callie captured and tied up.
Shoot.
And Melandra has insisted that you hand over the mask or face her axe. Theo has just done a bit of an insight, and it is fairly clear that Callisto is a couple tiers above y'all right now. She is she's a big bad enemy that would be a very tough fight, and you understand that she has no qualms with killing you for this mask.
No. I'm not even home, unfortunately, so I won't be on like the actual Roll20 app for a little bit until I sober up a bit.
No worries.
Shoot. Well, this sucks. I don't know. I'll let you guys continue, but I'm listening, and I'll join in as appropriate.
Can I? Okay. So I'm gonna voice these thoughts. I think I could get out of here with the mask. But the problem with that is that none of you guys would be able to follow.
Fucking dip.
Can I check on everyone else, like my friends, to read their judgment of the situation, like if I should hand it over? I mean Halion just said to hand it to them. Like the thing is that some of us could get away, but I don't think all of us, and that's really fucked up.
Shoot. I keep wanting to call her a different name. Melandra looks to all of you and says, "I understand this is a big decision. If you need to take a moment to discuss, please, but make sure it's only a moment. I'd hate to have to enchant you all again."
Oh god.
I mean, I'm happy with pressure of the moment, Ty, but like I need to get like a glancing read at everyone else's expression.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't think we'll need to worry about roles. Like, y'all have been traveling long enough. Like, you can in a moment convey your opinions to each other. So yeah, feel free to talk above board. And
I don't suppose we have the means to really quickly make a super convincing copy.
I have minor illusion. Yeah.
Who has a paper mache kit? Quick!
Yeah, quick.
What is this Leonin's plan? Beast is gonna ask I don't know. Do we have time to? Are they gonna like fight us if we even ask? Or
We should go under the impression that we have no time at all for decision making. I'm trying to get everybody's instant yeah.
Also, he's speaking
instant
telepathically, which we cannot return except for.
Right, we can't speak out loud, and
So let's like maybe if we assume that Max's character were to like nod about like taking the mask like sneakily or something, then Beast would like nod his head yes, like do that. So just FYI, I don't know if that was kind of the vibe, but
that gives me the information. Yeah, that's good. What does Akira look?
God, Akira is like kind of death staring Leonin dude and like kind of leaning towards trusting him, kind of leaning towards hand it over. I don't know, but like on the
Hallion?
fence, on the fucking fence.
All right,
Hallion?
yawning.
Yeah, you're
Ilion is has a very firm grip on his lance. He looks like he is prepared to go either way. If you take off running, he will certainly fight to the death to cover your escape. If we hand it over, we hand it over. He's not particularly. He doesn't look particularly concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should just give it to them. Do not risk your life.
He'll pull it from his bag and walk it over to Melandra, clutching his own staff.
I trusted you would come to your senses. Adrastos, Adelphos, release them. We can be on our way. Braxos, I take it you'll be hanging back. The lean-in just gives a nod.
What the fuck?
As soon as I'm released, I'm punching whatever wizard dude released me.
Oh, same. Come on.
Okay. Yeah. Both of you can make an unarmed attack.
Oh my god. Where is it? 11. Oh my god, twins.
Both of those attacks miss. And then I need for both of you to please make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 1.
Oh god.
25.
Okay. Callie, you are so sorry that you threw that punch. You're charmed by this person. Aklon, you are not. But they did just try to charm you. But yeah, Callie, you this guy Adelphos is your best friend.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I went a little crazy. It got a little quirky.
Each of the mages take a like bundle that you know is like your weapons and equipment and toss it in the direction of the rest of the party, and then try to go to mount back up on their horse.
I so just want to murder one of these guys, but I'll let it go.
All right, bro. Hey, be safe out there.
Okay, and with that, Melandra and the Magic Bros make a swift exit.
As soon as their backs are turned, without saying anything to anyone, I am going to begin ritually casting augury.
So we follow them now. They followed us. We follow them. We go.
At this point, the Leonin Braxos, out loud, he speaks. Look, I know that you do not have any knowledge of me or reason to trust me, but
Do not speak. And I'll just continue casting.
This shit is on. Like, you got snitched on. You got fired.
What are your plans with the mask?
Telepathically to you, Beast, he continues. I have no plans for the mask one way or another. I was sent as an agent of my tribe, my den, to investigate this woman's claims and intentions. she has visited our lands in the past, and um, the matron of my pride was very suspicious and told me to follow. Um, that cover has lasted me a few months, but has been blown. Thanks.
How would the
Fuck-
matron of
fuck
your
you,
pride
fuck you too.
feel-
Oh, I'm actually not
Yeah.
hearing this. Sorry.
How
Yeah,
would the
yeah.
matron how would the matron of your pride feel if all hell was unleashed and humanity ceased to exist? Do you realize what this mask can do? Like, or is this just, just I take orders because she said so?
I understand the danger and the threat here, but that threat is minimal until the masks are reunited. Callisto, Melandra, as she introduced herself to you, has a plan to seek out the fragments, and but I do not believe she knows where any are at this point. As it happens, I do know where one is, and if you could accompany me back to Tethmos and speak with my matron Astara, perhaps we could influence the outcome of this.
Yes, let's get another fragment so you and your buddies can steal it from us.
Oh,
I have no intention to steal it from you. I know where it is already.
Can
My
I
intention
can
is-
I can I
Insight?
insight? Can you roll an insight for me, Tyler, please?
Yeah, I can
Thank you.
do. This is all mostly telepathic, but he does, like, he is looking at you, and like you can read his face still. That is a 9 on that roll. Um, you don't you don't feel like he's being shady, but that doesn't mean you necessarily trust him. You really don't know how to feel about this guy right now.
Your offer is quite generous, in fact. But if you cross us again, I will personally beat you to death. So just keep that in mind.
Understood, loud and clear. Seeing this guy a little more time to look on him. As far as Leonin go, he's fairly small. He looks like he's maybe a fast fighter, but not particularly bulky like a lot of Leonin are. You feel confident you could probably beat him.
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready, Leonin, we will follow you to your matron.
Okay, I think Theo, your casting of augury does complete. Describe how you how do you go about casting this?
He sits with his legs folded on the ground, his shepherd's crook driven into the ground in front of him, with one hand and like arm threaded around it and his shoulder sort of leaning forward onto it. His head is just sort of hanging, and his eyes are closed as he begins to listen for Nyx.
Beast, as your conversation comes to a close, the rest of you notice that you had been hearing the noise of the woods, far off animals, chittering, birds, all the little crickets and everything. But as this spell completes, there is a silence that overcomes the wood around you. There is a breeze that blows through very strongly. And then those of you looking at Theo do see his eyes begin to glow with a a very earthly green. And then Theo stands, and you hear a voice come from Theo's mouth that does not seem to belong to him. And it says simply, "The mask of grief was always meant to fall to the wrong side. The task ahead is to seek its partner. Continue on this path." And then Theo kind of slumps over onto the log.
I go to him and I scoop him up.
Just as immediately when you touch him, his eyes blink open ordinarily. What did I say?
That everything's fine. We must move forward and find the pieces and the other mask. This one is of no consequence to us.
He stands and sort of like juts his chin at the Leonin. And says, "You may speak now."
Thank you. My people, as many of you know, care not for the gods. That does not mean we don't acknowledge their existence. I have witnessed what I've just witnessed and understand that there is power in them. But look, I am just a tool. I am not the person that you need to speak to. If you will, I would lead you back to my homeland, to Oreskos, and the great city of Tethmos, where the matriarch of my clan, of my pride, the Swift Claws, she, I think, would be very interested in meeting all of you.
Given
Go ahead.
given what we just heard, I think this plan makes most sense. We follow Braxis the Tool to his homeland.
The tool is insane. Y'all can't just keep making fun of this man.
No, he said he tool.
That is what he called himself.
Did he? Oh my god, I missed that. Oh,
What does your matriarch offer to our quest?
Knowledge. She believes that she knows where you can find a fragment that you seek.
Does Melandra have this knowledge, or does she know to also seek out your matriarch?
She has been there before. She spoke with the speaker, the leader of the Leonin. I guess leader is not quite the right word. The representative to the rest of the world. Anyhow, she came seeking information about these masks and was denied. But Ostara was very inquisitive and sent me to follow and learn what I could. And what I have learned has not been good.
Do you think haste is important then? Do you think she will meet us there? Melandra, or what did you call her?
Callisto.
Do you think she is also heading in this direction, or does she have plans with the mask that you know of?
She has always been one to keep her plans very close. I think that she has reason to suspect she might find a fragment near the lands of the Leonin, though I don't know if she has an exact location. I don't have an exact location. but her suspicions are not unfounded, I believe. Though I don't know if she has other leads to other pieces. They are scattered across Theros and beyond.
You'll have to forgive me asking so many questions, but you understand. Yes, this is quite the situation. Do you think she has any reason to pursue us even more, or that she will come back for us, or is she just going to, so to say, fuck right off with the mask for a while? Will that keep her occupied, do you think?
I believe she will likely take time to learn how to use the mask to her advantage. As far as I could tell, she thinks of your group presently as inconsequential, uh, an implement to unearth the the artifact she was after.
I'm on board with what does everyone think?
Kira nods.
It was decided. Stands up with his staff and starts walking.
Well, it might be prudent for those of you who have not slept to finish a rest, unless this location does not feel safe to you.
Oh, I wonder why that might be.
Theo, you do need to
Apologies.
rest. Please.
So yeah, y'all could either rest here, or if y'all would like to hit the road and find a place to rest later on, that decision is up to you. It would require a roll for exhaustion, but you're planning to rest eventually anyways, so fairly inconsequential one way or the other, I think. Unless Callie decides to continue to stay up for
Oh
whatever
god.
reason.
I can keep standing. I can just go render myself inert. I don't sleep. I just go into low power mode. Which if we do plan on sleeping here, Callie is just gonna low power mode standing up, arms crossed, pissed as fuck.
Even though table-wise, I don't think that anything else is going to come after us here, it makes the most sense to not be where someone brain detected us to be. Just saying.
Brain detected us.
I want her to come back. I want to fight her now. I'm fucking pissed.
Demetrius is gonna try to convince Theo and everyone else that we should just hunker down here because what's the worst that could happen? This happens just again.
Well, here's the question. If we stop now to rest, that means when we wake up, will we travel through the night? Wouldn't it make more sense to push on now until nightfall and then take a rest?
I suppose, unless I look at our Leonin friend and I say, unless you think the cover of Nightfall will be to our advantage.
As it stands now, we are but travelers. I don't think there is need for particular subterfuge. I will say, out of character, it is very late night. If you were to sleep now, you'd be getting up midday. But if y'all want to trudge on, we can do that too.
Oh,
You just
I'm
might not
sorry.
get as far today.
Right. I thought we didn't show up there until 4 in the morning.
Oh, maybe like I was thinking like 2, I guess.
Oh, all right, cool.
But
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, at that, Aklan's just going to tip his hat forward and start snoring.
Okay. Then yeah, everyone can take a long rest. I don't know how much that'll affect since y'all did just level up and stuff, but
It affects me thus because it gave me wild shapes back. So I'm gonna call some wild, gigantic badgers out of the forest to dig a very deep, dark hole pretty quickly and sleep underground.
all right. Fantastic.
Hey, whole sleeping. I fuck with it. Come on.
I'm tempted to roll this con save and stay awake. That's fine.
Just gonna be me and my brother, aka the Echo Knight, standing together, pose, cross arms. No, just side by side. Something.
Arms locked. Just like
All right, fantastic. So unless anyone is staying up, y'all can all get a long rest in, and late morning, midday, y'all can hit the road, headed north. I'm gonna move us back over to the world map. The path follows fairly similar to the trek that you took on your way to the court of Orestes. You are a bit out of town in Miletus, and your goal does move through the Catasthan Mountains to Tethmos, in the Leonin roam the open plains of Oreskos that are this whole large area here. Did I move y'all here, or am I just here? No, I moved y'all here. So it is going to be a few days travel. Shoot, what was that, like 85 miles as the crow flies? So y'all are going to be traveling for a while. But I think we will probably fast forward a bit of that, though I do intend to roll a little bit on a bit of an encounter table. I think it's fun to like roll right like in the moment, but also another part of me is like, no, that's stupid. You should have this stuff planned. Also, I don't like some of these options, but yeah, y'all travel for a few days. If there's anything y'all would like to discuss or talk about on the road, you're welcome to. But I assume at night you set up a watch. You have plenty of people here to handle that without any big problems.
Aklan is going to be awake anytime Braxis is awake.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So y'all continue traveling. I think let's go ahead and take our 15-minute break. I know it's a little bit early, but that gives me a little time to kind of peruse and see if there's any of these random encounters. You are muted if you are.
Felt that. I want a cheeseburger without cheese and the burger.
A bun.
So do you want the pickles and the onions and the ketchup and mustard with that as well?
Pizza.
Might I recommend a land, air, and sea?
Oh my God.
Stop. We're not bringing this back up. Don't ask. Please don't ask.
I still have land, air, and sea disease.
Oh my God.
Like, permanent
Right.
status effect.
Can
Something's
somebody
wrong.
please get Katie a greater restoration spell?
Please.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
this
it's
curse
over.
is funnier.
It's a curse. I love them.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. I still think about the steak bagels that you can get from McDonald's.
The
I'm
what?
sorry.
Yeah, there's a
Steak, egg, and
steak.
cheese bagel is amazing.
Steagles?
What?
I'm a. Okay.
Is it steak
Yeah.
on bagels?
Yeah, steak on bagels.
Oh no.
They're telling me y'all don't want McDonald's steak.
Actually I don't have a say in this conversation. I'm not big on steak in the first place, so I got nothing. I got nothing.
As a Jew, I'm telling you the bigger problem there is I don't want McDonald's bagels.
There's a lot of wrong in this sentence.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Are McDonald's
I might have
bagels
to-
good?
I might
I
have
don't
to
know.
Google a few
They're
things.
bagels.
I'm an
They don't
avid
make,
bagel
they just
eater.
buy,
Yeah.
so
There's a 0% chance they're good. There's a 0% chance that's a respectable bagel.
I literally eat
I eat them all
bagels.
the time, so I'm going to disagree with you if you've never had one.
You eat the bagels from McDonald's?
Steak, egg,
I
and
didn't
cheese
even-
bagel? Fuck,
I didn't
yes,
even
I
know
do.
McDonald's had bagels.
I didn't
Like,
either.
They don't advertise it. They don't.
They must not. I don't think they have them here.
What? They,
no,
Yeah,
they
is this
do.
a
They
reason?
just don't
standard part of
advertise
their
it.
breakfast menu.
Yeah.
Not that I have
What?
ever seen.
Look,
Yeah,
okay.
They are kind of obscure. They're probably on the menu, but you
You
don't.
want to know
you
how
don't
niche
catch
they
them.
are? When I worked at McDonald's, there's the breakfast items, and then like there's the items that nobody ever eats, and it's just all the steak options with the bagels is on that opposite screen where nobody eats that.
They literally have them up in
Oh
the
my God.
windows in our McDonald's.
Yeah, I
What?
mean, not in any McDonald's I've been in.
Yeah,
Bacon,
Your-
egg,
your
and cheese
breakfast
bagel
sandwich-
sandwich?
Your breakfast
fuck?
sandwich options are McMuffin, McGriddle,
Disgusting.
and biscuit.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. If I'm hearing McGriddle slander, it needs to not happen.
Did Cole unmute for a second? Is Cole here?
I'll fuck up a McGriddle.
I will too.
Cole,
Cole,
sure?
we see you unmuting, but we hear no voice, and we see no green light.
Oh, I missed it.
Okay.
Adam, have you ever popped into New York City for a
Hello.
good bagel?
There you are.
Have I ever been to New York City for a bagel? Is that the question?
Have you ever had a bagel in New York City?
Oh, yes, many times.
I love that. They put so
Adam.
much cream cheese on those shits.
Yeah, well, that is absolutely the truth. Although I don't get them with cream cheese, I get them with whitefish salad because I couldn't possibly be more Jewy when it comes to getting a bagel.
Now,
Like,
Adam,
I need to have a smoked fish smothered in some cream sauce put on my bagel. Thank you very much.
So obsessed. So obsessed.
have
Live your
a-
truth.
I have a proposition, okay?
Yes.
We make a YouTube channel, and
Mhm.
we just travel across the world eating bagels.
Just have me shitting on bagels constantly?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
See, when I was in Arizona, every other day I would take every bagel I could. I remember this. Oh, I need to go get bagels.
You're making me want one.
They're good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. If y'all want to start. Okay, so we're not starting, so I'm bringing back up the bagels. Yes.
Get what?
Did Cole ever get his mic fixed?
Yeah, can you hear me, Ollie?
Yeah, we
Hi.
can. Hello.
Howdy.
Hey, welcome back.
Who left?
Oh, Tyler
Our GM just left.
abandoned us.
All right, so I'm
I
taking
don't-
over now. Everybody level up.
Is everything
Sick.
okay?
Yeah, I was about to say. I think that since Max
Yeah.
isn't saying anything, I think they lost connection.
All right, so now we're level 17. This is a brand new fucking quest.
Nice. I'd like a multi-class in all of the classes, please.
Okay, you're level 30 now.
Sick.
How many classes are there?
11?
Uh,
I just said 11. I don't know.
I think
Could
it's
you
13.
multi-class in all the classes? Is there a
Make it-
max?
It would be terrible. I think it's max 4.
No, there is
Oh,
no.
that's a
max.
bummer.
Oh,
You can multiclass into everything you want as long as you have a 13 in everything but con.
I kind of
Huh.
want to do that.
I
Like, it
think
wouldn't really make sense, but
it would be fun in a very silly experimental setting.
one level in everything.
you would have a lot of like random skills at things, but not a lot of like spells.
I mean, you have sorcery points, bardic inspirations,
How many spell
wild
slots would you
shapes.
have?
Druids don't get wild shape until 2.
I mean, you're eventually going to have to come back around if we just like keep leveling up.
It's true.
I put it at max level 20 and already in my head.
I apologize to everyone in advance for bringing it back to this, but I am
Uh-oh.
so concerned about the McDonald's bagel situation. I just scheduled one to be delivered here tomorrow.
Oh my!
Yeah!
I need a live review.
Please, yeah, I want a
Well,
review of that.
Will you call us when you get it?
Certainly.
Wait, hold on. Wait, I'll buy one tomorrow too.
Wait, let's all get a
Yeah.
McDonald's bagel.
have a McDonald's steak bagel party tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Group review.
Oh God.
We'll have one with the we'll do the same with
You know what? I have to buy breakfast tomorrow, so I might have to take the long trip.
See, this is a bonding experience right here.
Hell yeah.
McDonald's steak bagels, everybody.
Now, to be clear, I don't doubt that it's a fine sandwich. Like, that's very possible, right? I just have a hard time believing. I look forward to being proved wrong that McDonald's can deliver a quality bagel.
I'm looking
I didn't
forward
say anything
to
about quality. I said it was good.
Okay. Okay.
The thing
I
is,
said nothing about quality. That's
my experience working there, the bar is in hell, right? So I'm just expecting, like, as long as the bagel's not stale, I'm going to be okay. I never seen anybody
you might
bring
be a
out
little
the steak.
disappointed.
Okay, then I never seen anybody open like the steak boxes first, and I never even seen the shipping of the bagels. And I did it like I made sure that I was a part of the processing group.
I love that. They just appear in the off hours. They're summoned from hell.
Well,
It's just like
Alright.
I never. Okay,
oh. Sorry to interrupt, but our 15-minute break has been a 25-minute break.
Yeah.
30-minute break, actually.
I feel like it was a worthwhile conversation.
Oh yeah. And then the small foiler.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So to answer your question, Katie,
Yay!
normally, like as the crow flies, it would be like 4 days. But because y'all are going to have to travel through some mountain passes, we're going to call it 5. So it'll take 5 days of travel for y'all to get to your destination. But before that happens, we'll say on the 3rd day, we're gonna jump in. Y'all have been traveling, setting up watches. It's been easy travel. About halfway through your day of travel on the third day, you come across a small stone abode. Braxos seems confused, as if he's never seen this here before, and he's made this trip before. But he could just be like, he happens to be making the trip 200 feet to the east of where he normally does or something. But anyways, as you come across this small house, you do see a female human that's sitting outside at a loom. Looks to be weaving a large tapestry. And as you come close enough to notice her, she looks up and notices you and calls out, "Oh, hello, travelers! Please,
Hello.
stop in, take a rest."
Oh, okay. I'm gonna walk on up.
I don't think I will.
I'm scared.
What? That's a nice lady. She's crocheting.
I hate to metagame, but Tyler was just talking about the encounter table he was rolling and checking out.
Hey,
Okay,
not
a
every
nice
encounter
lady
is
to be
bad. Not every encounter is bad. Sometimes you find a good thing.
Yeah, but I don't remember a lot of good Greek myths that go along with the loom, honestly.
Yeah, well, this is definitely the one then. O'Connell
yeah.
walk
What are the
closer.
odds?
Okay.
See,
Those of you who become walking closer, you do see that there are maybe like half a dozen pigs roaming around.
Uh-oh, I know this
Oh.
one.
wait, pigs is roaming?
Yeah, just loose pigs.
Loose pigs.
Loose
Now this is
pig.
concerning.
Unfortunately, I do think Demetrius would also curiously venture forward with them.
Hey, so, like, ma'am, do you want help with any of these pigs? I don't.
Oh no, they're fine. They're fine. They know not to wander too far.
Fuck that.
You sure? Like, we can help make a fence.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm pretty good with animals. They like a pet. A dog always comes home. They know not to wander too far. It's
But
dangerous
this,
out in the woods.
yeah, but this is like pig. It's not the same as a dog.
Pigs are
you-
very smart, actually.
Pigs are smarter than most dogs.
Do you breed them?
Yeah, so like,
Do you breed them, or are they saved
I
from
wouldn't
the
say
wild?
breed them, but if one of them has children, then I rear the children.
See,
They aren't livestock to me, I guess.
their lives. Okay,
They're
there are
friends.
many.
They're pets.
okay. I just gotta ask, what do you provide to these pigs? Like, do you feed them?
Yes, of course. Of course, I feed my pigs.
What do you feed them?
Grain.
Ah, can I see where you grow it?
I'm sorry. This is getting very interrogative.
It's the loose pigs. Okay, I just can't. It's
I'm
something about
look.
this.
I'm not sure why loose pigs are such a standout feature to y'all. It's like you've heard some kind of myth of someone with pigs that tricks adventurers into polymorphing or something.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
That
Yeah,
you're
you're right.
so correct. It's almost yeah. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't need to approach. I'm
That would
fine.
be crazy. What?
What's the
All I
word?
mean to do is offer you a respite on your journey.
A what?
Respite.
What could you? What? I'm so sorry. My name is Demetrius. What is your name?
Syria.
Saria? Oh, that's a pretty name. My name's Collie.
just, just, just off brand.
See, okay, the thing is, y'all actually know the myth. I don't know this myth, so so I'm liking this more. Okay. I'm so
Let
sorry.
me type a little story for you in the chat box.
Look,
Nice.
look, those of you that know the myth, if this even is that, just know not to be a fucking rapist or an asshole. Like, that's what
I thought she
happened.
does that to all men.
Generally,
Yeah, but that's just
because
'cause what
all
she thinks
men that
all men.
arrive are terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, whenever a man who's not terrible, i.e., Odysseus, arrives, like,
My
she
boy!
doesn't.
Okay. I'm not gonna read
Not
chat.
to say
I
Odysseus
want to.
isn't like a bad guy.
I'm gonna blank out which I just said in my mind. Okay. Yeah, man. It's sorry. It's wild pig. It's wild. It just doesn't feel right. I've been seeing every time I've seen pigs, they're in captivity. It's not like they're in like small boxes. Just, a fence helps keep them safe.
I do fine to keep them safe. I understand you being concerned for my darling piglets, but honestly, it's no worry of yours.
Oh,
why are they with you and not in the wild?
Because I take care of them. I offer them food.
Do
And
you
safety.
administrate agriculture? He's like narrowing his eyes.
I guess in the loosest sense, I mean, I grow my own food and I feed some of it to the pigs. Again, I think y'all really need to get over the pig thing.
okay. Sorry, I just noticed you was like crocheting and all that. Can I see it? Like, I want to know.
Sure. She shows you what has kind of been being worked on. There's nothing like to be deciphered in it, but it is a beautiful and elegant tapestry.
Oh, that's so cool.
There's not like a story woven into it or anything. It is
It
just a
just says run.
beautiful design.
I think at this point, I think I was gonna like start
Beware
singing.
I
men,
just- I
you
need to-
foul pigs.
Get out.
Probably at this point go start sitting with. Look at this. It's actually pretty cool. Ooh. Can I do art for you? Can I draw you? This is such a scenic, like, little area.
If you like. Sorry, I've never been drawn before, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Be sure to get the pigs in.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. What? Got a favorite pig? Okay, I'm just gonna pick one.
Okay, well, I mean, the rest of you, if you'd like some wine or water, food, perhaps a fortune.
Oh.
Water sounds good.
Okay.
Hey Tyler,
What
how
the-
how conventionally attractive would you say this
Oh my God.
Incredibly,
person is?
incredibly
Attractive.
Incredibly
Okay, not trustworthy.
conventionally attractive.
Uh-oh. Guys.
She snaps a finger and a a pig in like a little like those like costumes you put dogs in,
Oh,
kind of like
yes!
that,
Oh
but
god.
like
my outfit on.
like a mate's
Hold on.
outfit with a platter balanced on its back that's got wine and water comes trotting out of the house.
This is inhumane. I
Akira messages Theo, like telepathies Theo, and just says, I am still shaky on terrestrial animals. This is odd, is it not?
I start trying to break down the fence.
there
There's
are no
There
fences.
is no fence. That's the problem.
They are free wandering domestic animals.
Yes.
I am sitting
may or
and
may not
talking
be.
to them. Is what I am doing. But my response to Akira is, I have no fucking idea, but I doubt it severely.
Hmm. Okay, so are you using any magic to speak with them?
Not. I'm not casting speak with animals. I'm just talking to them, and they understand me. But that
Mhm.
doesn't. I am not trying to gain information from them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they seem
I
happy.
guess.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like I was like, if I need to make an animal handling check for
Hmm.
care of these animals, because I mean, like I'm a shepherd. I take care of animals, but like they're not mine.
Yeah. They seem happy. Like the one that's in like a costume. It is definitely more of a joke on my part. But like it's not upset. You know, it's not trying to like take it off.
Sure.
It is walking with extreme balance and precision to balance this large platter of glasses full of liquid on its back. Like this is definitely like a magically enhanced pig.
I don't think I am going to take food from the enslaved livestock, friend.
Akira
Very well.
takes a glass of water and dumps it on their head and then just puts it back on the platter.
You're insane.
Unconventional, but I guess that okay.
You want to know what is unconventional? It's dressing up an animal and making it deliver you drinks.
Okay.
It chose this outfit itself, I'll have
Okay.
you know.
First of all, okay, everybody, back off. It's a very cute pig. It seems like it's enjoying itself.
Oh, it is very cute though.
It is very cute. Look at it. It's going in. It's going in. It's going into the sketching.
All right. Well, so yeah, y'all can drink, chat, and the offer stands for Soraya to perform a little fortune telling, if you would like.
If nobody wants it, I'll take it because I love this woman now.
Okay. Very well. Well, take a seat. And she like a couple of pigs like push a chair behind you.
Oh man.
And then she takes this little table and sets it between you. And then there's a large bowl that she pours red wine into, and then begins to study the surface. And okay, one question, ask away.
Ooh, one question, actually. Oh man, it's when you get put on the spot like this, it's actually very hard. Okay,
Take your time. Take your time.
okay. Ooh, I know now. Will I be able to make a weapon that can kill a god? Yeah.
I really
fuck?
hate to do this. I really hate to do this, but I'm not
Come
even
on.
gonna do that is not really possible.
There's no way. I want to try. So
Yeah,
bad.
well, I mean, the gods like gain their existence from the collective like belief of all sentient beings.
Yeah.
So like the only way to truly kill a god would be to wipe them from the belief of everyone over a period of millennia.
Okay.
So no, you can't really kill a god. Killing a god's avatar though, I mean, yeah, that's possible.
Ooh.
But
Okay.
like
No cool death poker. Okay.
I mean, that's a good way to just make an enemy of a god.
Hey, I just said a god. I didn't say any god particular.
Let's talk about you though.
Ooh,
Like,
me? Oh,
yeah, like what ask a question a little more at home, I guess.
at home. Oh, okay. Can you tell me more about my parents?
I think that might be a little outside of the realm of my ability as well.
Okay, now we got to understand what your abilities are.
Okay, yeah, I guess I could be a little clearer. I guess I could be a
You
little
just put a
clearer.
red bowl here.
Basically, like I can kind of work to tell general bit of your future. If you
Oh, okay.
ask a question and I could tell you, yes, that's a good idea, no, that's a bad idea, or
Oh, okay.
like
Sorry, I'm very distracted. The pigs and
basically
all this.
the spell that that Theo cast earlier, augury, that's what she's offering to do for you.
Okay.
And augury lets you ask a question and you get a reply that's like good, bad, unclear.
Okay. So I try to kill Melandra next time I see her.
There we go. That's something I can work with. And she kind of swirls the bowl around, and you see like different shades of red move through. Um, ooh, probably not a good
Probably not.
idea.
Oh, okay. I'll keep that in consideration. Actually, can I dip my little pencil into the water, into the red wine?
As you begin to, she like swats your hand away.
Hey! I just thought red fit your thing here. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, this is very good wine. You don't go sticking your hand in someone's glass.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. I just inspiration strikes at any moment. I'm sorry.
Okay, forgiven this time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, is anyone else doing anything in particular? Any investigating or peeking? Or are y'all just waiting to get to move on?
I don't
Can
have
I-
anything that I
I
could
mean-
ask her that I can't answer myself.
Right, yeah.
Is there anything like to look at like outside that's like not obvious that like I'm snooping? Cause like I wanna see if there's any weirdness going on.
Make an investigation check.
Yay. The one time I'm like, yes, investigation. This is the one. Oh.
As everyone is kind of just resting and taking it easy, you take a little stroll around just the area, and you see around the building itself, around the stone structure, you see the tracks of pigs and stuff. Venturing out very far, the like presence of pig seems to diminish very quickly. It seems odd. Like these guys don't venture very far from home at all. But yeah, that's about it. Looking like in through a window, like it's kind of dark inside, and you don't see anything inside in particular.
And it looks like you said it the tracks like drop off pretty fast. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
there's like a
like
boundary per se that like
you don't see like a
yeah.
specific boundary, and there's not like, oh, this hoof print is cut in half or anything like that.
But
But
like
like
they all just
they just
seem to not go
don't
past.
venture very far.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just stroll back to the group.
All right. Anyone else got any snooping or anything, or questions or?
As Haleon is actually proficient in Weaver's tools, how fancy is this loom that she has been using?
The loom looks incredibly fancy. Like it seems to be of a make that you've never seen before. Like I don't know how looms work particularly, but basically looking at this, it looks like it mechanically works different than any other loom you've seen, and inspecting it, it looks very like efficient. Like this is an easier loom to use, and it works better than any loom you've ever seen.
This is quite the unusual piece to have out here. Did you make this yourself, or was it a gift from someone, or did you purchase it?
It was a gift, an old friend.
They are quite the craftsmen.
Ooh. And they know it too. He can be very full of himself sometimes, but it is masterfully made. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, y'all can move along, unless y'all want to have anything. If anyone has anything else, I mean.
I'm just gonna give her my drawing when I'm done with it.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
There we go. All right. So it's very nice. Very nice woman. Oh my god.
That was odd.
What about it?
All?
Do y'all know like farmers here? Is that like a thing? It's not even a farmer. She's just like living, you know?
Plenty of people can live peacefully alongside animals without having to keep them.
But she's not keeping them. They just like to be with her. It's like when you feed a cat and they come back.
That is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know, she just. I don't see the problem with what she did.
The tracks seemed odd around the side of the house.
Okay.
I do not know. It was strange.
You know, it was very weird to me at first, but then, you know, she's very cool. Not everybody's bad, okay? Pass judgment on them. 'Cause they like pigs.
All right. Well, y'all continue along in your journey. Another day passes as you travel through a mountain pass. The Catachton Mountains are not the greatest mountains in the realm, and this seems to be a fairly easy path. No danger of slipping and falling. No thin pathway while stone giants throw rocks at you or anything like that. And eventually you make it to the other side of the mountains. As you begin to descend and the sun begins to lower in the sky, um, looking out ahead is an immense plain. Barely a tree anywhere to be found, a lot of flat land, rolling golden fields. Um, and you know that you are looking over the land of Oreskos, the fields that the Leonin roam. And as you begin to descend down the mountains, a short ways further, the second half of your day, until you reach a large city isn't really the right word to use, but a city that has grown in size, that is largely not like solid structures, but many like tents and cloth uh cloth homes, tents. I think I already said tents. Of beautifully dyed fabrics and various styles and everything. And you see people milling about. Every one of them is Leonin. You, being a group of outsiders, you do get a lot of looks, and not many of them are like excited or friendly necessarily. Um, the Leonin don't get very many visitors, and they are generally suspicious of those that do. But Braxos leads you through the camp towards the center, and at the center there's a huge, beautifully colored pavilion, um, and near it there's a great tent that he points out as the where the speaker and the council meet when they do meet. Though he explains this happens only once a year, and it is not meeting time for that right now. But as he continues on, he does go on to explain that a lot of the elder matriarchs, as they reach a certain age, do retire here, and a short walk, he comes to a tent. Now, if you would please wait outside for a moment, and I do not wish to spring on her without warning. And he goes to duck inside of one tent. Those of you with high perception can hear a soft whisper. You can't really make out the words, but a moment passes and he throws back the flap and steps out again. Okay, Astara is prepared to meet with you now. If you would, try if you would to be respectful. I know that this is not the you don't trust me, and I understand that. But Astara is prideful a bit, and she is the leader of my clan, and I would just ask that you not be disrespectful. Anyways, I'm sure it'll be fine. And he looks very nervous.
Real
But
quick,
he opens.
the leader's name is pardon me, Astara.
Yes.
Thank you.
Are there any Leonin customs we should be aware of?
That is what I was just about to ask. Yes.
Not customs in the sense of take your shoes off when you enter a building or anything, but they are a very prideful people, and we do hold our matriarchs in the highest regard. So to anger her would be to anger everyone.
So a bit of an ego is normal and should to be very tolerated from her. Is that what they're saying? We won't step on any toes, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't mean to make her sound like she's, some kind of egomaniac or anything, but she
no,
has
of course not.
attained a place of high stature and wears it.
Of course. Thank you for the warning. Shall we?
And Braxos holds the flap open and allows you to enter. When you come inside, you see a very nice setting, very simple. Cushions and furs and very nice place setting. And standing ready to greet you is a Leonin woman, a tall lioness figure that has a couple other attendants in the room.
Ooh,
Oh, that's some dope ass art,
that is such good art. Damn.
man. Compared to what I
I
saw
love a
on
handout.
Pinterest.
She takes a moment and looks at each of you in turn, just kind of taking it in for a moment before she speaks. And in her voice, you can hear a bit of age peeking through, but a regality, a confidence that Tyler might not portray super well, but she speaks and says, "Hello, welcome. My name is Ostara. I am of the Swiftclaw Din. I don't know how much Braxos has informed you of, but I do wish to thank you for journeying here to meet with me. Please, if you'd like to have a seat, I know you've been journeying." And she gestures to one of the attendants. "If you would please get some water fetched, a pitcher." And they scurry off to take care of that. I guess to begin, if any of you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I can tell you what I know, or rather what I suspect. Very well.
Sorry, I was trying to find my prophecy.
Mhm.
Fragments of Elpis are to be gathered, and there are some who have been chosen to prevent the upset of balance once they are united. The mantle of, I'm going to say it wrong, Anoi?
Ainoi,
Ainoi.
I think.
Ainoi, thank you.
Ainoi.
The Shroud of Anoi. Oh, fuck. You said it 3 times?
I know E.
Okay. The Shroud of Ainoi has already been taken from us as per Nyx's prediction.
I'm on the wrong file. Yes. Word of a prophecy of some sort has reached Tethmos. It was the topic of debate at the last gathering. I do not put much stock into the words of the gods, but it is undeniable that they have oversight and foresight into things that we could not assume to. I take it you see yourselves as the seekers of these fragments, these tools to prevent whatever calamity they foresaw.
The names of the 7 may yet be unknown. We are but volunteers.
It's a fine way to look upon it. The Leonin in the past have never had a great relationship with the gods. During the time of the Archons, the tyrants that ruled before they were defeated, my kind suffered greatly. And in retreating to the land that we call our own now, we have, for the most part, decided that the gods are not deserving of the worship that they demand. That does not mean that we disbelieve in their existence. Their presence is documented and well known. Just that we choose not to let them hold sway over our lives. That said, this region was not always without the gods' influence. As example, Mount Cure nearby is the home to an ancient temple to Heliod, I believe, the sun one. But I digress a bit. The reason that Braxos was sent out beyond our realm, the woman Callisto journeyed here years past, about a year ago, to speak with uh, the 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 speaker. So I'll just say those words one after the other. Brimaz, a Leonin who was elected to represent our people to the cultures outside of Oreskos. She came asking after fragments of a mask, a legendary artifact that honestly many of us knew not much of at the time. Specifically, the masks that you speak of, Ainoe and Elpis. She asked for any information that we might have and permission to scour our lands for signs of their presence, and we decided as a council to turn down her request. She seemed very displeased with this outcome, and the rest of the council decided to move on and not pay it any mind, but there was just an itch at the back of my mind that told me there was more to it and not to put this down. And over the past year, scholars here in Tethmos, at my behest, have researched the legends of the masks, and I may be old age, but I fear their power. And if she seeks to gain the power they offer, then it is something that must be stopped. I do not have the authority to put together a team to combat this, but Braxos has done well in finding a group that seems to already be on that front. So I wish to offer my aid where I can and my assistance, I guess sponsorship, you might call it. Also, I have asked him to bring you here that I might gain understanding of you and your intentions, that I might trust you with information that was not trusted with Calypso. I take it each of you fancy yourselves champions of one god or another. My main question would be whether you hold your devotion to the gods higher than your devotion to the safety and prosperity of the peoples of Theros.
Obviously.
Sorry, I lost track of my own sentence there. Do you mean obviously as in obviously yes, Nylea is more important than all people?
Yes.
Okay. Well, their position is clear enough. The rest of you?
I think of a fundamental misunderstanding of how Krufix works. To be devoted to Krufix is one and the same. as being devoted to the safety of all people of Theros.
It is not beyond possibility that I do not understand the intricacies, but you do seem to be a trustworthy soul. My fear is if your group gained possession of one or both of these legendary artifacts, that one or more amongst you would covet that power to gain control and reinstitute a reign of tyranny such as that the archons of age past held over the lands.
Then perhaps you need to consider more deeply your own position.
My own
Those of
position.
us who have deigned to be servants or have been asked or have no other option than to follow the commands of a god. Perhaps it is not in our own nature or in the nature of the gods to create tyranny. Perhaps it is within the nature of the direction that we have been given or instruction that we are compelled to follow, to do exactly as has been directed in the prophecy I have been given, to prevent the upset of the balance of this world.
Preventing an upset to the balance is words I like to hear. Tell me, which god is it that you devote yourself so absolutely?
The Lady Nylea is the master of my spirit and body.
Mhm. And she is the one of the wilds and the hunt. If I liked a god, I guess I would like her. Very well. I fear I have not the option to be particularly choosy, yet I find myself wanting very much to trust the lot of you. I want to get a group persuasion check.
Oh
I understand if not all of you are actively trying to persuade one way or another, but just like the air that you're presenting, the trustworthiness that you lend to this cause.
These fucking numbers!
no. God.
I put points into charisma. I don't know what to tell y'all.
I didn't, and I still got the skill proficiency as a racial feature.
I'm a wizard. I don't know what you want from me.
Well,
Well, hell.
Sorry, this does mean that I need to do a little math right quick.
Oh, no.
It's not great.
Yeah, no.
oh no,
With a bit of a
Actually,
bonus.
I
Yes,
would
go ahead.
like. I forgot I have an inspiration.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm a salesman.
Okay.
You know. I sell shit to people.
Okay, that raised your group average with a bonus from the crit from being a 12 to a 15. So that's nice. Putting the fate of the realms in the hands of a team of God's champions is not something I'd ever see myself doing, though I guess the fate of the realms isn't for me to decide. I fear that if Callisto returns here, she would find what it is that I believe I know where is hidden. And if you have it and you take it and you are against her, then that is one more step in the way of her plans. As I mentioned earlier, at the top of Mount Cure stands a dilapidated temple to the sun god, or the righteousness god. I don't. Anyhow, Heliod. And there, I believe, a fragment of the Mask of Elpis is hidden away. Though I have sent explorers to look and seek, but they have not been able to come back with anything substantial. Perhaps you would have better luck at it. One of them, a more scholarly adventurer, did detect an enchantment of some kind that may be hiding the relic. The nature of which is hard to tell, but it is incredibly powerful magic, he says. Perhaps the meddling of a god. So it may be that it would take a prayer of some kind or a conversation with that god to reveal what is hidden. But there is no hope of any of my followers, my tribe, my pride to travel to a temple to a god and honestly and humbly present themselves before a god. So there's no chance of us having that conversation go well. Though perhaps one of you may be better off. Please feel free to rest here for the day and get a fresh start. And it will be a bit of a journey, but this is the best lead that I can offer you.
I have the shot in the dark question, if I may, just because you seem wise. It is all right if do you
Please
do
ask.
you know anything about potentially destroying these items? Again, I know that is not. You just seem very smart.
Well, thank you for the vote of confidence, but all that I know is all that I have been able to gather in the last year or so. And from everything that is written of the legend, the masks were unable to be destroyed by the very gods that created them. So, if there is a way to destroy it, it is not one that has been discovered as of yet.
I see. Well, thank you, and if it is of any reassurance, know that these two followers of Nylia, uh, that is our goal. And he looks at Theo.
He nods.
Very well. Given some time, accommodations will be prepared for you. Um, we will set up rooms here in my residence that you may stay at. The journey to Mount Cure will likely take a day or two.
Okay.
I can stock you with provisions, and if you are not against it, I can send Braxos along with you.
Seems very reasonable.
I personally am not against it at all, but there are others in our group I fear may have objections. Side-eye Aklon.
Easier to keep an eye on him if he is with us.
Right.
Very true.
Does anyone else have any comments or questions or statements they'd like to make? I don't think we've heard anything out of Halion.
Nope, no, nothing. Seems pretty cut and dry, straightforward.
All right. Okay, well, you are fed and watered here, and shortly led to another room where a large den of a kind that would sleep all of you in this one shared space. But it is not just like a bedroom per se. It is a gathering room as well, so you can relax and converse and sleep
Sure.
and prepare. And yeah, I think we will go ahead and call it here before we travel to Mount Cure. But if there's anything y'all would like to discuss, you may do so now. I don't want to cut y'all off if anyone had anything planned, but yeah, I think as far as story progression goes, this will be a good spot to call it.
If we're resting, I want Beast to like practice sparring with the Leonin. What's the Leonin's name again?
Braxos.
Braxos. So that would kind of play out like maybe hey Braxos, I'd be interested in learning more about the fighting style of your tribe. Would you be so kind as to have a friendly spar, perhaps?
Ooh. Yeah, I can, as long as it stays friendly and you don't beat me too badly. I am not exactly the greatest warrior of the tribes. I am more skilled at the quiet and the quick, but we all fight, and I'd be happy to fight with you.
Certainly. One of the best practitioners at my dojo was also a Leonin who was very skilled. And, it is very, you always need to practice against various types of fighting styles. And it would be an honor to spar you as esteemed as you are. So, yeah, that'd be great. Let's make it happen.
All right. He takes you out to a area that is designed for sparring and stuff. Weapons, no weapons. What are you feeling?
No weapons.
All right, good.
Beats and shit.
And yeah, the two of you can spar for a while. Braxos is very quick. He moves very fast, and his claws are pretty sharp. But he doesn't boast very much strength, and neither of you are. Well, he's not fighting to win; he is fighting to fight. So, y'all can get your exercise in and get a feel for each other's abilities uh, and all of that. And
Can I do a
he,
flat roll to see if I like? I mean, it's not like a win or lose, like a death, life or death kind of thing.
Mhm.
But
yeah, sure. Let's see. If you want to make athletics or an attack roll or anything like that, you're
we'll
welcome to
go with
make a choice.
maybe dexterity. No, you had already mentioned athletics, so we'll go with athletics. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whichever you think would reflect your battle prowess.
Fighting. Yeah, maybe athletics, dexterity. One of those. I think I went ahead and did athletics.
Okay. He rolled a dexterity check, and he did get a 14. So it's pretty neck and neck. You know that like you are more skilled than he is. He just got a little quicker, and caught you when you were unexpected.
Quite the fighting style you have there. I see. That'll come in handy. Thanks for showing me the ways.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't be too necessary in this journey, but you never know.
Okay. Thanks for that. That was
No
all.
problem. Sure.
How was it that you were able to speak to us through our minds?
While much of the magic in the world is sourced from the gods, not all of it is. And in my study in my youth, I studied alongside a sphinx. He taught me a few little tricks, ways to guard my mind and ways to open it.
Would you know where I might be able to take these for barter?
And he'll just hold up a few incredibly valuable gems.
Oh, yeah. We can do that. Yeah, that's sure, definitely. And he'll take you to kind of a market area.
We haven't had them appraised, but there are 6 of them that are valued at like 50 to 100 gold, and I'm only 50 away from my goal of 200. So I'm just going to take one of the smaller ones then and offer it to somebody. I'm not even going to actually trade it. I'm just offering it, and then I'm going to go wander in the fields for the last thing that I think will be a useful component.
Yeah. So, yeah, you trade. You give away one of these stones worth about 50 gold, and then go commune with nature a bit, and manage to find 50 gold's worth of components for your spell.
I actually think I have another spell as well in the same vein that requires a component. I do. That costs 300 gold. I have enough of those rocks, but I don't want to. How much money do we actually have, Akira?
I'm so glad you asked. I have it pulled up. We have 200 gold in the group inventory, and then the 6, now 5 uncut gems and the 2 cut gems.
Mm-hmm.
but just 200 gold in the group.
Yeah, I won't worry about trading that away just yet. That feels rude. I'm also going to see what I can do about like getting drunk here with somebody, with like people, with the locals,
Mhm.
and
Oh.
anyone is welcome to join.
I want to go out of town. I want to go see everybody. I want to see shit.
Yeah, come out
Akira,
and
you
hang out.
joining us?
Oh, did you say me?
Yeah.
I will go with, yes.
Oh, that's nice. Gotta get out.
Yes.
Is anyone not going out?
Oh man, we're
It
gonna get
sounds like
fucked
we're all
up.
going out and getting wasted.
Yeah. Braxos, takes it on to act as a bit of a guide in the town. Now, be wary. Many of the folk you'll encounter here are fairly wary of outsiders. But don't.
Please, what harm could we possibly do?
A lot. Okay.
I will say, most of you would be more welcome than, say, humans.
Most of
We've
us.
we've had dealings plenty with Centaur and Minotaur and other folk, but there's just a long-standing grudge against the cities of the humans. So
There's nothing a few drinks won't get us past, no?
I
Yes, how many among us are even from a city anyway?
Among us? Oh, sorry,
Okay.
that struck me how it sounded. It sounded funny. Sorry. I don't know. Those words rolling off your tongue at that particular order. I don't know. Something came over me.
Akira does kind of raise their hand at the like, who's even from a city? Like half raises it.
I guess I also have raised with you. This is like what the
I will say, Akira is it? I don't know if we've all been very
Braxos was hot this whole
Yes.
time and we didn't
Yes.
even know.
Most of us knew because we heard Leonin man.
Oh, you're right. I should have known better. I should have assumed.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I thought about like the Facebook profile picture.
Akira, I will say, while you may not fall under the human category, I doubt many here have ever met a folk from the sea such as yourself.
Yes.
So you might get a few odd looks, but I will be with you. None of you have any reason to fear, of course.
I am used to odd looks. And I can see why you all have not met a Triton perhaps before. It is very far from the sea. Is there any body of water nearby that is
I make it
substantial?
rain above you.
A fucking puddle.
And like their shoulders like relax a little bit and they just like
There are small watering holes and that kind of thing. The greatest body would be the sun's mirror, kind of in the center of the plain, a shining reflective pool of water that blinds those that look upon it. That may be a bit of an exaggeration, but it is very bright. It is the territory of the sun guides. They tend to stick to that area. They tend not to ever hole up during the winter. They bask in the sun. But yes, that's a good trek away from here, though it is a great body.
Akira looks kind of like not disgusted, but just like at all the mentions of like bright and sunny.
I think I actually am just gonna bow out and just chill out the main area that we was at till our rooms are made.
Are you shy?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I think I'm just gonna stay in tonight. Actually,
Very well. Well, if you require anything, the servants can fetch it for you. We can
yeah,
bring you back an appetizer or something.
yeah. No, okay. I'm perfectly good.
All right. Well, Braxos leads those of you who wish to a nearby. It is not a bar. You do not go inside, but there is an area that is more heavily populated. That he approaches a counter and fetches out each of you drinks, and you can spend the evening drinking and talking and whatever else you might like to do. If you have any questions for Braxos or
How has the road been treating all of you as we have been traveling?
I do not like being this far from the sea. I do not think I have ever been this far from the sea. It is strange, but it is new, and that is useful on its own. They shrug.
Useful.
It is interesting enough to keep me intrigued. There are plants I have not seen before. There are things to look at that I have not seen before.
What use does this provide you?
Knowledge. That is mostly what I care about. Learning.
Do you feel that this is the best place to be learning? Or has there been a peak of sympathy for the people of this world that has kept you here?
Perhaps both. I feel that I should be here. But it is hard not to miss where I'm from.
Halion, you've had some opportunity to speak of where you are from.
Have I? I'm
You've had plenty of opportunity.
Unfortunately, I'm not from anywhere. I was created in the plains of Phobos for my mission.
What was that?
I was sent to Skophos. Beast, I think you are perhaps the only one who has ever heard of such a place.
Perhaps it's not my golden years, to put it lightly.
It is the city of the Minotaurs, their polis, far beyond the human polis of Akros.
Oh, but above or on table, above table, that is that jeez. Is that the capital of the Badlands, or is that a
Yes.
different polis? Okay, that is for the
Yeah,
bad. Oh,
that's it.
so that would have been where. Never mind. I don't need to discuss. Okay, that makes sense.
What
Yes,
brought you there?
you definitely know of it. I think it's possible that a clon might be aware of Scophos too, but the rest of you have probably never heard of it.
For what purpose were you made to travel there?
There were plans in motion for many of the herds that wander the Badlands of Phobos to join together. This was a significant threat to the rest of the world, and it was not time for such a thing to happen. So it was made unappealing to those tribes. Herds. Rather than allow such a thing to happen out of its time, Clothis made sure that such an idea would not be palatable for some time. I
As
was there to ensure that this happened.
Has Clothis' wisdom directed you here, or has that been your own desire and whim?
I have not heard from Clothis since my first task was completed. It is perhaps her will, but if it is unknown to me. When it is necessary for me to know my path, I am confident she will tell me again.
Do you ever worry that there has been an abandonment?
Not really. I have no question as to whether my purpose was completed. If the rest of my life is without such a goal, then I have still lived enough to do what I was meant to do. And I can live knowing this, which is something many can never say.
You're
I
right.
am sure that should Clotis need something in particular from me, she will remember that I am her servant.
A clone?
SpongeBob?
Sorry, my phone started playing it.
It's okay.
A
Yes.
clone, do you likewise feel that there is some purpose that is either yet unfulfilled or entirely fulfilled?
No, not at all. Although I am creation of Crewfix, similar to Alion in that sense. Crewfix does not speak to his champions or devotees. He has not time for us. Much more important things he has to deal with. We and I just hold true to his ideals here in Teros, and I help to maintain the balance that is his primary purpose. So I have no idea what specific thing he would like me to do. But that does not stop me from following my faith and helping the weak against the strong, keeping dangerous secrets hidden, just as Krufix does.
Perhaps it is you over any other that were I to postulate as to the seven that should reign balance. I would never presume to believe or know in any fashion the God's will if it were not spoken from my own mouth. But, Aklon, being as you are, I feel it imperative to bend the laws of the natural order to ensure your safety. This is not something I say lightly, but is something that should be known.
Well, that is very kind, although perhaps misguided. I just know that 5 days ago I failed this group and I failed Krufix. I revealed the secret of where you were and thus where the mask was. I would have happily died to preserve that secret, but that option was taken away from me. I look forward to making amends and correcting that wrong.
Perhaps it is an odd that we might forever be at to know that, while that may certainly be a failure on your behalf, as it was told to me, this was all tragically necessary.
Well, I will hope that the gods that speak through you are acting in accordance with Krufix and their beliefs. And at least for the time being, I believe that to be the case. So our interests are currently aligned based on what I have seen from you and from everyone and your various abilities. I sincerely hope that it remains that way.
Theo raises his bowl of wine to that.
Yeah, as does Aklon. Uses his other hand to tip his hat a little bit.
Would you all like to play a game?
What would the game entail?
He reaches into his bag and pulls out one of the smaller uncut gems. Rather simple. We toss this to one another. Should it land in your own bowl of wine, you're inclined to tell an embarrassing story of yourself. It's harder than you think.
Hmm.
Some people, and he looks over at Demetrius, have very good aim.
Oh no.
This should be interesting.
I
Yes,
throw the
very well.
rock over at Beast.
Can you remind me just one more time? Something about the wine. I missed what the rules were.
I'm going to try to throw this stone into your cup or your bowl, and if it lands, you have to tell an embarrassing story about yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Do you think this requires a dex check, or are we just deciding whether or not it lands, or?
I think that's up to Tyler if he wants any of us to make any rolls for this. And if they should be offensive or defensive rolls. But I know I threw this at you just now, Tyler.
I think the spirit of this game is okay. So we're gonna have the thrower make a check to get it into the glass. And if it misses, the person whose glass they get to now throw the rock. You know what I mean? But it is the check will be on the thrower. There is no defense here, because anyone could just like whack it out of the way.
Not everyone. Only the monks.
I mean, it's easy to just put a hand over your glass, but yeah. So make a like an attack roll with dexterity. I think we'll just set the AC to this thing at like 15, just because it's a small target.
Sure. I don't have a dex-based attack, so that's a 13.
Okay. Yeah, you miss the glass by a little bit, but it doesn't knock over or anything. So yeah, then
Okay.
look, I mean, if you get a very bad roll, you'll knock the glass over.
All I'm saying is that I don't need reassurance I didn't cause property damage. I don't care.
But yeah, okay. The stone is in your court, Beast.
Beast is going to throw it at Akira's.
Oh fuck.
Okay. If you've got a ranged attack, you can use that. Otherwise, it's just dexterity plus proficiency.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll work with your proficiency. So that's a 17. So
Oh
it
hell.
plops into the wine glass. These glasses are made of like sturdy like earthenware. So they aren't like fragile or anything. Not that you can't break them. But yeah.
Akira's glass is untouched, and they fish the gem out and just kind of think like really hard, and then just kind of. I apologize. I feel that to have an embarrassing story about oneself, they must be embarrassable. I do not care for people's opinions much. Hmm. They keep thinking, but I do not think I have any stories that come to mind. I have dropped books in the library and made noise. That is about it.
Awesome.
They
To the letter that does, I suppose, accurately answer the question.
they throw it at a clown. Oh god. Okay, so what do I roll?
Dexterity plus proficiency. So if you have like a thrown attack of some kind, that would
I
work.
have a dagger.
That'll work.
Oh goddamn.
All right.
I will graciously not use any key to deflect this missile and send it in an opposite direction.
Just grab it and hurl it at someone else.
Throw it right back at Akira.
Right. And instead, I will fish the stone out of my wine glass. And as I do, I will say, well, there was a time when I was involved in a battle with very little warning. And after very few rounds, I lost consciousness. And when my consciousness was restored, I was somehow on the back of horse, perpendicular to horse, with legs manacled underneath horse, and then paraded across the land and deposited in front of my friends in this fashion.
This sounds familiar, yes.
It was
Yeah.
embarrassing, yes.
Yes, I certainly agree. It was not good at all. And I don't know, is there anybody who's not playing this game?
Well, Callie is not.
Callie's
along
not
with
here,
her,
right?
and I think Oliver tapped out, so we'll leave Demetrius out. But
Okay.
I mean, it's up to Ted whether Hallian's involved.
Well, I was sort of hoping that someone was here who was like, no, I'd rather not play because that's who I'd throw the stone at. But
Of course.
right.
That's why I started with Beast.
Right. All right. Well, I'll just send this back towards Theo.
It hits the rim and falls aside.
Told you, I'm very good at this.
I would
and
like to use my one inspiration point to re-roll that. Thank you very much.
Go for it.
Wow.
Right.
I'll
Awesome.
give you an inspiration point roll.
Awesome.
Just realized I was muted when I answered you, Adam. So
No.
sorry, Hallie.
No.
I'm just sitting there.
No worries.
Do you want another inspo?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Great.
I'll give.
All
This
right.
is worth it.
Yeah. Oh,
It,
yeah.
it hits the rim and rolls around it a couple times before plopping into the drink.
Oh my god.
Balance in all things.
Embarrassing is perhaps a stretch, but certainly uncomfortable. After a moment, if you noticed the summons of the speech, the speaker part of my title requires a loss of sense. And I have found myself in incredibly inopportune places or situations. There are seasons in the Scholar Vale that are particularly prosperous, say, excitingly animalistic, to put it kindly. And there have been perhaps, and he like counts on his fingers, 3 accounts where Nylea insisted that there be a statement delivered at the precise and most inopportune moment at festivals celebrating fertility.
Granted, of course, as they are celebrations of her and her own spirit, they weren't unwelcome words, just timed inconveniently. And then he will drink from his cup until the stone drops like to his face, and then toss it at Hallion.
Plop.
Embarrassment. I do not have very many stories since I have only walked Theros for a few years. But I did. I just noticed a happy face near Tethmos. Sorry.
Sorry.
Passing through the lens controlled by the centaurs of the Ferris Raiders. I do not look like a Ferris Raider, nor do I look like a Lagona, so neither group of centaurs was particularly welcoming, except for one particular band of raiders with whom I traveled for a short time. There was a particular raider who spoke with me many times, made offerings, made gifts. It was only when I went to part ways that they wondered why I was leaving my spouse. I had become married without realizing it. The Ferris do not. Well, I am hesitant to return to Ferris lands. They did not take the misunderstanding well. Who is left?
You have a pretty good eye. I was unable to make beasts in the first attempt.
Ganging up on me now, are we?
Raise my glass to you.
At this point, there is so much wine on the table.
I'm gonna aim for our host. I don't have a dex attack, so I'm just making a dex check.
God damn.
Nothing but net. Oh boy.
Nothing but
man.
wet.
Oh no.
Horrible.
Oh. Now I have to come up with an embarrassing story for this NPC I designed like yesterday. I didn't realize I was part of this. Well,
But I
a
know we
moment.
haven't. I know we haven't known each other very long, Brexus. But if you don't mind, I could answer.
Well, I guess that's if it worked for you, it works for me. So, yeah, there was that one time that I had my cover blown explicitly while standing 5 next to a dangerous wound with a battle axe.
Yeah, there was this time he made idiotic plan to that was entirely dependent on the trust of complete strangers in very dangerous situation where he appeared as one of enemy. And
yes, it did. You all are alive, so you're welcome for that.
Still quite embarrassing.
Alas.
I'll give him a cheers. clink his glass and
guess-
start to drink.
I guess Braxos will try to toss it in Beast's cup. He is a dex-based fighter, so just a claw attack. That's a 22.
Hell yeah.
Was
Whose
that to
cup was
Beast,
that?
you said?
Beast. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that makes it okay. Well, very well. I suppose we're traveling for some time. It might be prudent to tell this tale. Might be high time I tell you how I got my name. So, it's maybe not as exciting as Akira's beaming face might
That's okay.
convey. The reason they call me Beast is I was born without any fur and quite disfigured skin. The midwife yelled "Beast," and that was my name ever since. People were cruel, obviously, as was the norm in the Badlands. To be quite blunt, I am not their biggest patriot, so to speak. The only reason my coat is the sheen it is now was after some thievery. I was able to get my hands on some wyvern's blood. And after bathing in it, I look the way that I do now. Now, as for the embarrassing moment, if my birth counts, we'll just put it at that. And then he's gonna take a shot of the wine and throw it. Who's have we gotten everyone's cup?
Yeah, I think we have.
Alrighty. Well, but it's been a long time since then. No need to feel bad for an old beast. If anything, it's my name. It's nothing to be ashamed of. So.
Is it customary of your people to be named after the first thing shouted when you are born?
Typically, no. It's just when you are appallingly ugly, it is, perhaps one would have a change of heart. And that was the case for me. There are warriors' names and such in the Minotaur culture, but mine was not so. And that I think it honestly, having a thick skin can help. So I definitely learned how to not take things so personally. And just that the world can be cruel to those who don't really fit in.
Any of you other freaks have any interesting birth stories?
The clown looks at Halion. No.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Do you know story of your birth?
No, I was not born.
That is why they ask if we have interesting birth stories.
Theo laughs.
Oh wait, did we get a story out of Callie? Is Oni's around, right?
Callie decided to not go out with us.
Oh, okay, gotcha. My bad.
Dee Dee was born at dawn on the spring equinox, the holiest of days, and the most brilliant of moments in Nylea's calendar. I was born a few years before on a different day. It doesn't really matter. It's not that interesting.
All right, and with everyone's cup empty, whether from drinking or splashing, we will kind of fade out and actually call session here. Was great. Thank you everyone for playing. I look forward
Hell
to